Welcome to Science Store online classes.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Welcome once again to all of you to the physics classes. The students, we were discussing about motion in a straight line, and in that we have discussed many of the topics, right, and some of the numerical problems also we have discussed. Okay, today one more topic is there in the motion in a straight line. So before that I can say that motion in a straight line is nothing but motion of the object in a one dimension, okay, in a single dimension. Maybe only it is in x axis, only it is in y axis, or only it is in z axis. Okay, for that different physical quantities that we have studied, it may be like in only like displacement, velocity, speed, acceleration, all those things we have studied. Now we are going to study today the same way one of the concept that is called relative velocity. Relative velocity. So what do you mean by relative velocity is that we are going to discuss. So before going into the relative velocity, I will give you a day-to-day life scenario. Okay. So all of you might have experienced the journey in a bus. Okay, so in a vehicle, whatever it is. Okay, if you are moving in a vehicle, so usually I am going to tell you about the example of bus, because that is very important, and definitely you are going to feel it. Okay, so if you are going to move in a bus, means the bus is going to stop in a bus stand. So in a bus stand several buses will be there, not only one bus. Okay, you might have felt that one bus is moving slowly, maybe in the opposite direction or in the direction it is moving, no, related to that you feel that your bus is also slowly moving. After that you make out that, oh, that bus is not moving, actually our bus is not moving, that another our bus is not moving, the actual another bus is that is actually moving, no, like that. So that concept is relative velocity, means the difference in the velocity. Okay, difference in the velocity. So I will come to that example once again later. Now I will write down the mathematical steps. Say for example the vehicle is here at 0th position. Okay, this is A. Now another track in the same way both are moving. Vehicle is here somewhere. It is already moving. Okay. So what, this is A, this is B. Okay. Now what is the distance travelled? The displacement xa, which is equal to velocity into time, no, because velocity is equal to velocity is equal to displacement by time, that implies x is equal to velocity into time, right? If you write down for this xa, what you are going to get? Velocity of that, see, it is having its own velocity va into t. Say for example it is moving with the 20 kilometer per second, this is moving is 30 kilometer per second. Means it is different, no, I can't write down Vb for both. Now this is the distance travelled is different for xb, which is equal to Vb into t, right? Okay, this is 1, this is 2. Now what is the total difference in the distance it is travelled? So I can say it is xb minus xa, which is equal to Vbt minus Va into t. Now I can write down t is a common term, so that we can write down xb minus xa, which is equal to Vb minus Va into t. So in this equation this term is called relative velocity. So that is nothing but velocity, here it is with respect to b, velocity of velocity of A with respect to b, okay, or velocity of b with respect to A, that is nothing but velocity of b with respect to A, velocity of b with respect to A, that is nothing but Vb minus Va. With respect to means what? Now see, two tracks are there, you are in your vehicle, okay, in a same highway you are moving. Now your friend is here, okay, is in another car, so I will name it as A, I will name it as B. Okay, if suppose the friend B is moving in 20 kilometer per hour, very slow, very slow. If suppose you are moving 40 kilometer per hour, okay, now what happens? What it seems? If you see that, if you see your friend means velocity of B, you are observing, right? Your velocity of B as it's seen by A. What do we call? So velocity of B with respect to A, that we are going to call it. Velocity of B with respect to A, that we are going to call it. Okay. So means this A is observer. The next letter what we are going to write? No, he is observer, and he is observing the another previous vehicle. So what is that velocity? That we are going to write velocity of B with respect to A, VB minus VA. If suppose your friend is observing you, then velocity of A with respect to B, that is nothing but VA minus VB, like that. Now this is the mathematical steps, but what is the physics behind this? What is the physics behind this? That we are going to discuss, that we are going to study. Okay, so physics is simple. The physics behind this, or physics in this concept is simple. I will give you 3 scenarios, okay, or 3 cases, so that we are going to understand that terms in a proper and exact way. Okay. So 3 scenarios means, now suppose 3 to 4 scenarios maybe. You are here, you are at rest, okay, your car is at rest. Now what you are going to do? Your friend is coming from this way and is overtaking you and is going, or else I will consider your friend is at rest, he stopped the car. Now what happens? You are coming in the car, you will watch him from far distance only. You are watching him, watching him, watching him. As you know, coming closer and closer, you will feel that you are nearer. No, after that what happens? If you only observe that car, no, what you will feel? You feel that that car is moving away. No, that is relative velocity. That car is moving away from you, right? With the velocity same as that of you. Okay. Really what happens actually in physically, we are moving, okay, but you feel that that person is moving away from you in the same velocity as that of you. If suppose both are moving with the same velocity, now this is the case. If suppose they are together, as I said, you and your friend are there in both the cars in the same vehicle, okay. If suppose it is VA and VB, both are same, okay, both are in the same velocity. Now VA, both are same, no, VV I am going to write down. Now what happens? Both are moving in the same velocity, you will observe your friend will observe you. Do you think that, or do you feel that both are moving? No, you won't feel that. Though you are moving, both you will feel it as you both are, you with respect to your friend, and your friend with respect to you, you feel that at rest. Okay, right? Without looking at the surrounding, because with respect to that friend only we are talking about. Okay, if you say that surrounding is moving, we can make out the car is moving. No, it is not like that. We are specifically telling that object velocity of the one car with respect to another car, velocity of the another car with respect to that car, that we are saying, right? Okay, now this is what the thing. Okay, so velocity of one object with respect to another, that is nothing but relative velocity. So what is the relative velocity? Velocity of one object with respect to another. Velocity of the one object with respect to another. Now the scenarios, the graph we are going to write down. Okay, that is nothing but position time graph. Position time graph. If so, we know that one direction we are going to take it as positive, another direction we are going to take it as negative. No, in the one dimension, relative velocity means. Okay, if both are moving in the same direction, this is your friend car and this is your car, okay, both are moving with the same velocity. No, both are moving with the same velocity. But what you know? This person was 3 to 4 meters, in front of you. He is there like 5 to 10 feet, behind you or in front of you, whatever. Okay, there is some distance, and now you started to move. Both are in the same velocity. If you keep one step, your friend is also keeping one step. You will keep one more step, your friend is also keeping one more step. Then the distance remains same, no? Then the distance remains same, no? And that for that, if VA is equal to VB means it will be in a straight line only, no? This is for XA object, this is XB object. Both are moving in the same way. This is same. They are never going to meet, because this person, your friend, is not accelerating. Acceleration will be the, we are going to give acceleration to the car. You are not accelerating, it is. Okay, both are moving in the same direction with the constant velocity. Now what happens if suppose you want to overtake, no? If suppose you want to overtake, what happens? You are going to increase the velocity. Your friend is, okay, your friend is, before you, okay, in some way. Say for example, this is you, your friend is here, B, is A. Velocity of B with respect to A. Velocity of B with respect to A. What you are doing? You have to overtake means you have to increase the velocity, and after that you are overtaken, you are going away. No, then what is the velocity? Velocity of, as you have observed, no? So you are observing means velocity of B with respect to A. Velocity of B with respect to A. You are observing, no? So VB minus VA it becomes. Now what I was telling, there is nothing but VA is greater than VB. So VB will be constant, no, VB will be constant like this. Okay, now what VA is going to happen? Okay, VB is constant. VB is constant. I'll write down somewhere here. Okay, so what is this? The position time graph. VB is constant, VB. But what actually VA's velocity was less, no, first. After that increases and increases in this way. No, okay. So VA is in this way. So what is this point? This is point the where, and the time and point X where you are going to overtake that person, that your friend. You are going to overtake that person, that is the point. Now both are moving in the same direction, I was telling. First what was? Your friend and you are moving in the same direction with the same velocity. Next what happens? You are moving with the less velocity and you are increasing the velocity, means you are accelerating and you are overtaken and you are going. For that graph you are going to get in this way. Now if suppose, what happens? Both are moving in the opposite direction. Now you are moving in this way, right? You are moving to Mangalore, okay, and your friend, say it is A, your friend is moving back. So his velocity is VA. Here VB velocity is minus VB. Why minus VB? Because it is negative direction, no? It is in negative direction, no? Okay. If it is negative direction means, so this is, you have to write down relative velocity graph for the object moving in a same direction. What is this? Relative velocity graph or position time graph for a object, for two objects moving in the same direction. Okay. Position time graph for the two objects, okay, where one is increasing the velocity, okay, VA is greater than VB. Now position time graph for two objects where moving in the opposite direction, So opposite direction means how much? So one is at Mangalore, you are at here. So he is coming from Mangalore, you are going from here, no? You are coming from Mangalore, somewhere you are going to meet. Okay, somewhere you are going to meet, and that point where the line is going to meet, that is the point or that is the position you are going to meet. But see the interesting term. See the interesting term what it is. See, velocity of u means u, that is a. Velocity of u, that is with respect to what you are going to write down, no? That letter must you have to write down at the letter. Velocity of b with respect to a. B is moving in the opposite direction. No, generally what is the formula? Generally what is the formula? Vb minus Va. Okay, generally what is the formula? Vb minus Va. If suppose, okay, velocity of A with respect to B. Velocity of A with respect to B, that is Va minus Vb. But Vb is negative, no? Vb is negative already. Okay, so what happens? Vab which is equal to Va plus Vb. If suppose you have to find out Vb with respect to A, for the same case Vb with respect to Va, what you are going to get? Vb is no longer Vb, that is minus. So you minus Va. So that you are going to get minus of Vb minus plus Va. Both are added up, but it seems that for you, it seems that Vb is moving in the negative direction. Okay, that's why it is negative. For B, it seems that A is moving in the positive direction, right? No, because A is moving in the positive direction. But again, what happens? The both velocities are going to added up. So you might have observed that in a moving in a bus, what happens? The opposite vehicle will know. Always you will feel that opposite crossing vehicle moving at the larger speed. Though you are moving in 40 meter per second, though that vehicle is moving in a 40 meter per second, but you feel that that vehicle is crossing you with the speed of 80 kilometer per second. But why? Why? Because see, 40 kilometer per second you are crossing, and that 40 kilometer per second oppositely crossing. So it is going to add it up. It is going to add it up. As soon as you will cover this same distance 40, again he is going to cover the same distance, means that bus length or car length with the 40, means it is added up together. If suppose you were at rest and this object was moving with 40 km per hour, it was seeming you that it seems that you are moving only in 40 km per hour. That vehicle is moving in only 40 km per hour. If that vehicle is at rest, you are moving with the 40 km per hour, it seems that you are moving with the 40 km per hour, or else you will move certain some distance, and if you will watch this means that which is at rest itself also, but still you feel that that object is moving away from us with 40 km per hour. No, but what happens here? Here it is not like that. Both are moving means the velocities get added up. It seems that very faster than that of you, because the velocity is going to be added up. For that the graph is this. So it is the position time graph for the object which are having same velocities. Okay, the relative velocity, position time graph for two objects with equal velocities, position time graph two objects with unequal velocities, position time graph for the two objects moving with the opposite direction. So this graph for 1 mark they will ask. So this you have to write down, this you have to write down, this you have to write down, and that definition you have to write down, and this formula you have to write down. Don't write this formula you have to write down. What is the meaning of this? That also you have to write down. What is the meaning of that formula? Okay, write down this. Before write down, that is, what is the formula for this? That is nothing but velocity of B with respect to A. Velocity of B with respect to A. Velocity of B with respect to A. Like that you are going to study. So this is what relative velocity. This is what relative velocity. Very important concept. Again in the next chapter also we have to discuss this. So velocity of one object with respect to another, velocity of one object with respect to another. That is nothing but relative velocity. That is nothing but relative velocity. Now next we are going to talk about some of the topics, like some of the problems we are going to talk. Before we will do some of the things, already we have discussed some of the problems, right? Some of the numerical sums already we have discussed. So next we are going to discuss the numerical problem. We are discussing about numerical problems. That may be in a free fall, that may be in a reaction time, that may be in a retardation, whatever may be the concept. So the problems will come to you for 5 marks that you have to understand and that you have to learn. So one of the thing we are going to study here. A stone is dropped from the top of a tower which is 200 meter tall. So tower is there which is 200 meter tall. And a stone is dropped. A stone is dropped means what? It's just left from certain height. So what is the initial velocity of this? Say for example, a stone A I am going to write down, whose initial velocity is 0. And at the same time the another stone is projected vertically upward from the ground. Now one person is there at the ground and one person is there at the 200 meter height. This person is going to drop the ball, same time this person is going to project, means there is going to throw that ball. So it becomes B, no? So what is the velocity of that? It has to move in some velocity they have given, no? Upward with the velocity of 50 meter per second. With the velocity of 50 meter per second. Find when and where the two stones are going to meet. When and where the two stones are going to meet. One is thrown upward, one is coming, when they are going to meet. When means time you have to find out. Where means that height you have to find out. Now I am going to write down for the ball A and for the ball B. No. Ball A is dropped, ball B is thrown. Now I can write down the diagram in such a way that, say for example, this is total height is how much? 200 meters. No, this diagram you have to write down. This total height is nothing but 200 meters. If suppose I am going to consider at certain distance this the stones are going to meet, means what is the distance travelled by this? Say this is H. Then what is the distance travelled by this another stone? That is 200 minus H. That is 200 minus H. Then what we are going to write down for an object, for a stone A? The stone A is nothing but which is dropped, isn't it? The stone A is nothing but which is dropped. So stone B is nothing but which is thrown. For the thrown stone XB is nothing but how much? So we are going to find out the distance. Distance means what is the formula? That is nothing but you have to write down x is equal to v naught t plus half at square. Here also xb, it is xa which is equal to v naught t plus half at square. Now which stone is thrown? The B stone is thrown, no? Means what is the distance it has travelled? H is the distance it has travelled, no? H is the distance it has travelled, because we are assuming that they are meeting here. Next what happens is equal to, what is the velocity? Initial velocity is how much? So we are going to substitute in this way. xb which is equal to h, v naught is equal to 50 meter per second. Then a is nothing but how much? Minus g you have to write down. We are going to write down 10 meter per second square. And time you have to find out, no? So xb will be h is equal to 50 into t. We don't know at what time they are going to meet. That is our aim is to find out. This is minus 10. 9.8 actually, but it is 10. What is this? 10 by 2 t square. This is equation 2 if I write down. The equation 1 now it is xa is nothing but, see, upward direction is positive, downward direction is negative, no? But wherever it is, whatever it is, g you have to put negative only. but upward velocity, upward displacement is positive, downward displacement, downward velocity is negative. Now what is the displacement there? This is 200 minus h, 200 minus h, and that is negative, no, because negative it is moving. So what is initial velocity? Initial velocity is 0. Then a is how much? That is nothing but 10 minus 10. So if you substitute, means minus 200 minus h, which is equal to, this is 0, so minus 10 by 2 t square. I am going to get h minus 200, which is equal to minus 5 t square, equation 1, and this becomes h is equal to 50 t minus 5 t square, equation 2. Okay, subtract the equation. Subtract the equation 1 minus 2 or 2 minus 1. Okay, 2 minus 1 if you write down means h minus of minus plus, that is 200, which is equal to 50 t minus 5 t square minus of minus plus 5 t square. No, how to substitute? 2 minus 1, 2 means h, right hand side, minus this h minus 200, but it is minus of minus plus, is equal to, this term you have to write down, 50t minus 5t square minus of minus plus 5t square. No, this cancels, no, h cancels, you are going to get 200, which is equal to 50t. So t is equal to 200 divided by 50, cancels, so it is how much? 4 seconds. At 4 seconds they gonna meet after the throwing. Then where they are going to meet? When they are going to meet? After throwing, after 4 seconds they are going to meet. But when they are going to meet, that is at 4 seconds. But where they are going to meet? Substitute t is equal to 4 in equation 1. That is easy, right? Or equation 2. So that is nothing but h is equal to 50 into 4 minus 5 into 4 is 16. Okay, you are going to get some value, that is nothing but 200 minus how much? This is nothing but, so 80, isn't it? So 80. So how much it is? 200 minus 80 is 120 meters. Means this is 120 meters. At 120 meters they are going to meet. So this is the problem, very important, of 5 marks they may ask. Okay. So once again go through it, once again go through the video so that you can understand this problem. Okay. So this is about this problem. Okay, once again we are going to discuss. So one more problem. A ball is thrown vertically upward with the velocity of 20 meter per second from a top of a multi-story building. Already one building is there. Okay. So now what happens? A ball is thrown upward with the initial velocity of 20 meter per second. Okay, from the top of a multi-story building. The height of the point from where the ball is thrown is 25 meter. The height of the point from where the ball is thrown is 25 meter. The meaning is 25 meter high that building is. Now the first question we are going to discuss or we are going to deal, that is nothing but how high will the ball rise. If you are at the ground, means what is the thing? You are going to throw the ball. Where, how long, where it will move? It will, the velocity decreases and it reaches to the maximum height where the velocity becomes 0 and comes back. No? So it is asked that how high it will rise. Okay. That is nothing but what will be the equation we can use? X is equal to V naught t plus half a t square. Is it possible? X we have to find out, but V naught t is there. plus half a t square, but time is not there, no. So v is equal to v naught plus at, in that x is not there because x we have to find out. So then definitely it must be another formula, that is v square, which is equal to v naught square plus 2ax, where time is not there, time concept is not. So what is the final velocity? If it reaches means the maximum height, at maximum height v is 0. So what is initial velocity? Initial velocity is 20 meter per second. 20 meter per second. And what is a? A is nothing but minus g. And what is x? That you have to find out. So substitute in this, 0 is equal to 20 whole square. All are upward. No, upward means positive direction. Okay, but g is always you have to put minus. 2 into g is nothing but 10 you are going to write down. Okay, 10 meter per second square you are going to write down. 10 into x you have to find out. You will bring your means 20x, which is equal to 20 into 20. So x is equal to 20 into 20 divided by 20 will be cancelled. So 20 meters. Means you have thrown this ball, it will reach to the maximum height of again 20 meter. Means total height becomes from the ground, it is 45 meters it becomes. No, 45 meter. Now what is it? Another problem, another question is asked. How long will it be before the ball hits the ground? Now it is at my hand, I have thrown in such a way that it will move to the highest point and comes back. How long it will be? Means what is the total time so that it will go from here to here and here to here. Here to the highest point to the ground. What I can write down? I will divide this problem into two ways. Okay, one is the time taken to this. Okay, another one is to come back like this. Time taken by the ground. Okay, time taken by the ground to reach this, to the height, reach to this side and come back. So what is this time? That I will call it is t1. What is this time? That I will call it is t2. So what I have to find out? T is equal to t1 plus t2 I have to find out. What will be t1? T1 is nothing but time of ascent, isn't it? Time of ascent is nothing but v is equal to v naught plus at you are going to find out. Final velocity is 0. Initial velocity what it is given? 20 meter per second plus, that is minus 10 into t. So it comes here, 10 into t is equal to 20 and t is equal to 2 seconds. Means the time taken to reach from the height of the ground to the maximum height is 2 seconds. Next, this is not our answer, no. Again we have to calculate from here to here, no. Right? So now this is the second scenario. First case what it was? Initial velocity is 20, final velocity becomes 0. Now in the second case, this velocity becomes initial velocity. What was that initial velocity? Second case, initial velocity is equal to 0. Final velocity, some value it will attain. How I can calculate this time? What is the total distance travelled? That is x is equal to minus 45, no? Because in the negative direction it is moving. The ball is moving in the negative direction. So I can write down x is equal to v naught t plus gt square or minus gt square, because always g you have to put minus. Always g you have to put minus, okay, remember. Upward means all are positive except g. Downward means all are negative. But what we have to find out here? Here we have to find out the time. Okay. So remaining quantities we know. That's why we have to mention the sign convention for that. So minus 40. I'll erase this and I'm going to write down. Okay. So that in this equation, that is minus 40. This is 0 minus 10 into t square. That is t2 square, right? So t2 square, which is equal to minus 40 divided by minus 10, which is equal to 4, isn't it? Which is equal to, okay, divided by, so that T2 square you are going to get the value, okay, x is equal to, sorry, this is not 40, it is total 45, isn't it? 45 meters, okay. Now how we have to calculate? That is minus 45, which is equal to, so what will be T2? T2 is nothing but half GT square, no? It is not GT square, it is half GT square, it is half GT square. So what happens? Minus 45 into 2, which is equal to 10t square, or else it becomes 5, right? So minus 45, which is equal to minus 9t square. So t square, which is equal to 45 divided by 5, okay, so it becomes 9. So t is equal to square root of 9, it becomes 3, that is nothing but T2, okay. So that implies, so total time will be T1 plus T2, which is equal to 3 plus 2, which is equal to 5 seconds it will going to take. Means after throwing it will take time to reach here, comes back. Actually what you know, so velocity decreases, becomes 0, right? So again increases when it reaches to the same height from where it is thrown. What was the velocity was there, no, it will attain the same. So it is enough that if you calculate this, okay, the total time, okay, in other way also you can calculate, okay, by using x is equal to v naught t plus half a t square. I'll erase this, so one more way also you can use, okay, that is the thing, by using, for the second problem answer is second method. So we know that y is equal to v naught t plus half a t square, no? So what actually the displacement? Initially ball was here, it goes up and comes back and you go here. So initial, final minus initial, actually displacement is only 25 meter, no? But it is negative displacement, so 25, which is equal to v naught t how much? So directly we are going to calculate, that is total distance, that is the v naught is 20 into t we have to calculate, minus, that is 10 by 2 into t square, okay, minus 25 is equal to 20t minus 5t square. If you rearrange it means 5t square, okay, which is minus 20t and minus 25, which is equal to 2, a quadratic equation, okay. From this quadratic equation what you are going to get? That is t square, which is equal with t square, okay, minus 4t and minus 5 is equal to 0. What are the roots of this equation? The two roots you are going to get, and if you find out, this means one is t minus 1 you are going to get, and another one is t plus 5 you are going to get, okay. This roots you have to do. So one more formula also you can use, that is nothing but minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, no, this formula you are going to use, okay. But minus we are not going to consider. Why? Time cannot be negative, so this is the right method. So any method you can use, but the earlier method is the easiest method, okay, that is the thing. So this is one of the problem once again which is we are discussed in free fall, okay. Such kind of problems will come, okay. Again we will discuss in the next video some of the 2 to 3 problems we are going to discuss based on relative velocity as well as based on free fall. So already we have discussed the numerical sums of the reaction time and stopping distance, okay. So if you are going to discuss some of the topics next in the next class, next videos we are going to discuss some of the topics of relative velocity, okay. Thank you very much.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.